A couple formed by April and finished traveling to New York to visit the man's family when during their flight they end up experiencing a severe storm. While looking outside, the husband sees a lightning that forms a shadow much like a shark in the clouds. Believing he's hallucinating, Finn decides to look again. And this time, he sees the animal clearly, knowing that, if he told anyone, he would be called crazy. The man decides to just ignore it and close the curtain. Shortly after, the plane goes through immense turbulence, and wanting to see what is happening outside, Finn opens the curtain and can clearly see a shark hitting the plane's wing. Worried, he tries to warn the other passengers, but as a flying shark is not a common thing, and no one but him has seen it. The flight attendants and an FBI agent on board ask everyone to calm down, reassuring them it's just turbulence. However, outside, it is possible to see thousands of uncontrolled sharks flying through the air. When they are approaching the airport, one of the animals ends up hitting the aircraft's turbine, which starts to catch fire and lose altitude. Because of the damage, the engine comes loose and ends up colliding with the side of the plane, opening a hole through which people begin to be sucked in. Panic is rapidly spreading. The flight attendant asks the passengers to keep calm and stay in their seats until the landing, but a shark flies towards her and devours the woman's head in a single bite. In the cabin, many predators collide with the windshield until one of them manages to break the glass and grab the co-pilot by the head, trying to help his colleague. The commander attempts to pull her, but both are ejected out of the plane along with the animal. Seeing that the plane's cabin is empty, and that everyone will die if no one does anything, Finn runs to try to make an emergency landing, while April and the agent follow him. When she's almost reaching her husband, one of the exits of the plane opens, forcing the woman to hold onto something to avoid being ejected. The agent sees a shark flying towards April and throws his gun so she can defend herself. April makes a few shots, but is unable to kill the animal and has her hand devoured along with the weapon. In the cabin, her husband activates the landing gear and with great difficulty manages to make the emergency landing. After all that chaos, Finn starts being interviewed and talks nationally about the shark storm, but people obviously make fun of the story. Once at the hospital, April goes to the operating room to treat her injuries while her husband waits outside. After the surgery is completed, the man goes to his wife to talk, but they are interrupted by the weather forecast, which warns of a huge storm approaching, bringing thousands of sharks. Watching the news, Finn tries to call his sister Ellen to warn them of the danger they are in. However, as Ellen is on a tour of the Statue of Liberty with her daughter, she left her cell phone on silent, and that's why she didn't see the calls. When the two are taking pictures, they meet some of Ellen's friends who tell her about the accident. Worried, Ellen takes out her cell phone and calls her brother, who tells her to get away from the statue immediately and go to Manhattan as it would be safer there. Ellen then tells her that her husband Martin and youngest son Vaughn are watching a baseball game at a stadium near the river, which will soon be hit by the storm, and asks Finn to go there to help them. As soon as the call ends, the women look into the water and see hundreds of sharks, something that is not common in that region. After a few minutes of waiting, the ferry arrives, and the group is finally able to leave Liberty Island. During the crossing, some sharks start following the boat. In a tragic turn, one of Ellen's friends is struck by a leaping shark, leading to a fatal encounter. Meanwhile, Finn takes a taxi to the stadium, encountering chaos as sharks invade the area. Attempting to convince the group to leave, Finn's warnings are dismissed. Soon, a water spout transforms into a tornado, releasing a torrent of sharks into the crowd. Exiting the stadium, the group grabs items for defense. Boarding a train, they hope the subway tunnel isn't flooded. Unbeknownst to them, the underground passage is submerged, and the railway team faces a perilous situation. A crocodile emerges, resulting in a burst valve, unleashing more sharks. Chaos ensues in the subway as the group faces the impending shark threat. At the next station, Waiting passengers are left vulnerable as sharks invade, causing panic. Finn urges everyone to the front cars, leading to a daring rescue attempt. Amidst the chaos, a policeman is saved by a friend's baseball bat, but another is lost to the sharks. Finn manages to fend off a shark with improvised weapons, preventing further tragedy. Exiting the subway, the group takes a taxi. Planning their defense against flying sharks, they gather materials, including propane gas, 4 bombs and a powerful toy gun. Adding a Witcher-like sword to their arsenal, they prepare for the impending danger. Meanwhile, Ellen's group faces their own challenges. Narrowly escaping a disaster near the Statue of Liberty, a kind offer turns tragic as a man is crushed by a flying concrete head. City workers attempt to help, but one falls victim to a shark attack. Ellen takes control of a truck, making a daring escape and switching to bikes to reach their destination. At the hospital, tornado winds prompt patient transfers to the basement. April seizes the opportunity to escape, using a fire truck to reach her husband. The city experiences flooding, bringing sharks into the inundated areas. Finn's group, stuck in a flooded taxi, ingeniously creates a makeshift swing to reach higher ground, narrowly avoiding becoming shark bait. But when the taxi driver attempts to cross, he inadvertently exposes his leg to danger, making contact with the water. Shark sees the opportunity, devouring him and dragging the rope along. Finn, the last to cross, improvises a leap over the sharks, like a game of hopscotch. Reaching the building, the group discovers Ellen's absence. Finn and Skye ascend to the top floor to set bombs, while Martin and Vaughn await below, near the building. A tornado causes a massive whale shark to crush Ellen's friend, transforming her into mashed potatoes. Shaken, mother and daughter join the others inside. Upstairs, Finn readies bombs, and Skye crafts a slingshot. Their explosive attempt against the tornadoes falls short, triggering a shark shower. Skye defends herself with a sword, slicing through the giant fish like a sushi chef. A shark collision creates a hole in the building's roof, releasing a water tank that floods the lower floors. On the ground floor, the family narrowly escapes the water, rushing to emergency stairs, determined to disperse the hurricane. The duo on the top floor launches ineffective bombs into the tornado. In a final effort, Skye and Finn deploy a large bomb, inadvertently causing a fiery rain of roasted sharks. Desperate, they descend the stairs, finding the group trapped by flames above and sharks below. They embark on the challenging task of opening the 4th floor door leading to the fire exit, only to find it securely locked. In a split-second decision, Martin attempts to captivate the attention of the lurking animal, while Finn, undeterred, seizes a fire axe with the determination to confront the impending threat. After swiftly arming himself, a colossal shark springs forth, prompting Finn to skillfully strike the creature on the head with the formidable axe. As the tension escalates, the timely arrival of April, piloting a fire truck, provides a swift rescue, transporting them to the iconic Empire State. There, an ominous convergence of 2 merged tornadoes looms large, setting the stage for a meteorological spectacle of unprecedented proportions. In a strategic meeting with the mayor, Finn proposes an alternative plan, involving the utilization of the building's Freon gas tanks. Armed with a chainsaw, Finn ascends into the fire truck, delivering a stirring speech only to be interrupted by the sudden descent of a massive white shark from the tornado. Unfazed, Finn's resolve is matched by April, who intervenes with a chainsaw hand reminiscent of Captain Hook, swiftly dispatching the threatening marine behemoth. The climactic moment arrives as Finn, in collaboration with April, triggers a spectacular explosion of ice, effectively neutralizing the perilous Sharknado catastrophe. Amid the chaos of falling sharks, Finn seizes the opportunity to express his enduring commitment, proposing to April amidst the tumultuous backdrop. With the receding threat and the severed hand as an unusual and symbolic token, Finn and April emerge triumphant, marking the end of the cinematic adventure. Now, turning the narrative towards you, envision yourself amidst this tumultuous scenario. What strategic maneuvers would you employ to navigate the perilous realm of airborne aquatic threats? Share your survival strategies in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for a plethora of future movie recaps. Until next time, stay prepared for the unexpected.